Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him once this evening, you're going to see him again. Please put your hands together for the under-16 Reds manager, Mr. Mick Burnell.
Brief overview, and this is on behalf of Paul and myself. Don't forget we were joint managers this season. It's another roller coaster year, it always is. Ups and downs. One of the biggest impacts though is just this year, seeing how the lads start from schoolboys and now they're almost young men. It's been fantastic. A lot of mature young men this season. We had a flying start, a bit erratic in places, but a very strong finish apart from the last game. Guarantee second place. If Netherfield lose tomorrow, the champions. So well done, the chaps. It's been a great experience this year, sharing the managership with Paul. I hope it's helped him for next season as he takes over as a new manager. I'd also like to thank Steve Galloway, who's up in the box. All his hard work as team coach, his innovations. Sue, with all the Sue, Paul's wife, for helping me do all the organisation, pitch coordinating, etc. So a lot of work behind the scenes. Nick Miller, who you've just seen, and Dave Cook for helping with the officiating. Match don't take place without a referee and the linesman, don't forget. Thank you very much. The other people who work tirelessly, collecting the subs, maintaining the team's discipline, etc. That's sorry, I lost my way a bit there. So Heather and Mel for collecting the subs, thank you very much. And don't forget, just before we go on to the presentation, I have got a big charity match. It's for Help the Heroes for next Sunday. So if any of you can pop by and buy a few raffle tickets, it's all going to a good cause. That's at Hucknall Town next Sunday, 10:30 kick-off. Okay, could I just ask Des to come back on stage to present to the under-16s Reds. Thank you, Des. Yes, I'm a Wolves fan, we'll get relegated. So why didn't you play for Wolves? Might not be the situation we're in. Okay, first up on stage, comes from a famous footballing family. New signing from this year. He's brought a lot of height to the team, which we mostly did. Unfortunately, he's chosen to move on next year. It's made a lot of last-ditch thing I can remember. A lot of last-ditch goal line clearances has helped us get where we are, and also contributed with 3 goals. He's one of the centre halves. It's James Derry. Well done, James. Okay, next up on stage, seen him once before tonight. There's another new signing for this year. He's brought on to beef up and bolster the midfield, which he did very well. He's a very talented midfielder, and he scored 9 goals this season. And it's Charlie Miller. Well done, Charlie. Okay, the next player on stage is a skillful left winger, and is also a centre forward with 6 goals this season. A very polite and courteous young man who's been a pleasure to work with for the past 6 years. Unfortunately, due to other commitments, he may have to leave also, which is a great shame, but I'm sure the door is always open for him. It's Paisleys. Okay, the next player up is another player I've had a pleasure to know and coach for the last 10 years. He's my last year's manager's player this season. He's had yet another outstanding year. He's consistently tenacious with his performances in, week out. He commands a lot of respect from his fellow players. And this year, has even took time to develop his dribbling skills. He's a real role model for younger players. It's Lewis Nixon. Okay, next up on stage, it's another one of our original lineup from 2003. Some magnificent performances in goals, giving it away already. Made a major contribution to where we are today in our runners-up stroke champion spot, who knows. Another model player I'm really proud to be associated with. He's currently on trial with Burnell, and he's also attracted interest from Hucknall Town Reserves, which he thoroughly deserves, and we wish him all the best. It's Luke Cook. Okay, next up on stage, as you've seen in Woods already tonight, another player who joined at the end of our under-10 season. Been a real revelation. As I always said, he will play at the highest level, and I still believe this. He had an intense first half of the season, scoring 10 goals before Christmas, and he still remains our top scorer. Unfortunately, disaster struck then with a serious injury. He's missed most of the second half. But I also understand he's also been hotly pursued by Hucknall Town Reserves. Let's see it. A big round of applause for Andreas Cockanoe. Okay, next up is a young man who's one of the reasons we're all here tonight. We used to go and watch his brother play football on a Saturday morning, and all he ever wanted to do was play for a team. So we formed a team. It led from one thing to another, and here we all are. He's the all-time Warriors top scorer, and maybe one of the under-13s, I understand. He's got a few goals, we'll catch him one day, but at the moment, is the outstanding Warriors goal scorer of all time with 206 goals. That's Regan Scott. Okay, next up on stage, a young man. He's a tricky right winger. He's got 40 career goals. Signed from East Valley as an under 9-year-old. He's a real character. There's never a dull moment when he's around. Pleasure to be part of his career, his development. He's really matured this year, which will be reflected in one of his other outside interests. He's reached the rank of Lance Bombardier in the Army Cadets. It's Alex Galloway. Okay, next up on stage, a young man who's played for us before and rejoined this season. A really, really reliable defender. He's a very quiet man, but he's won many admirers throughout the league. His tough tackling, never say die attitude has earned him multiple man of the matches and great respect from all the coaching staff. It's Josh Kitchen. Okay, next player on stage is the captain. He's been my captain, the manager's right-hand man for the last 7 years. He leads the team with his pride and passion. But what greater accolade could I give him? It reminds me of one of my favourite players, Stuart Pearce. It's Tyler Stafford. Come on, Tyler. Next up on stage, you've seen him once before, another passionate and talented defender. It's been a privilege to coach him, only for a few years, but it's been great. And he's also started this season as a centre forward. It's the sort of player you really want alongside you in the team, and I was really, really pleased to see that he's re-signed for Paul next season. It's Sam Stewart. Okay, next up on stage, he came to us in our second season via the soccer school. Prolific goal scorer, 7 this season, takes his tally to 119 all time. Unfortunately, one of the players that want to move on next season. We wish him well wherever he decides to play. Well done, Nyron Wright. Okay, the next player, we've seen him once again. This player is the most versatile player we've got. He's played left back, right back, left midfield, right midfield, centre half, anywhere you like. He plays with his confidence, and this season he's built it up quite a lot. Next year, he's took the bold step of playing adult football. We wish him all the best. Luke Atter. Okay, just one more, last by no means least. I think he might be sitting at the back if you want to come forward. New signing for next season. He's trained with us since Christmas. We're really looking forward to seeing him next season. It's goalkeeper and midfielder, Adam Treese. So I just got out of order then, I bet he thinks I've forgotten, doesn't he? Okay, well, this striker, 172 career goals, including 9 this season. He's great to have around, he's cheerful and positive, and he's the longest serving Warriors player with an unbeatable 281 consecutive appearances. Well done, Liam. Right, that's it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for your patience and all. Have a good night. Thank you.